Good evening. Okay, we are working on subtracting rational numbers, so go ahead and get your workout. We're going to start on fractions. And I don't know why that popped up, but first thing we're going to do is find a common denominator. We're going to rename all of our fractions. We're going to subtract our numerators and keep our denominators the same. Guys, it's the same thing we did yesterday, except we're subtracting. So this one, we're going to use that Texas method. We do 2 times 4 is 8, plus 3 is 11. Keep it over 4, minus 2/3. We're looking at these denominators here. They are not the same, and they do not fall in either of their columns. So we're going to go down both columns at the same time. We're going to find the number that they do both go into. What do you guys think that is? I hope you're saying 12. So what do I need to multiply 4 by to get to 12? That's 3. And I need to multiply 3 by 4. So this gives me 33 over 12 minus 8 over 12. Now, we are going to subtract. So 33 minus 8 is 25. Took me a minute. Over 12. Remember that this is an improper fraction. You can do it all the way out like this if you want, or you can do it in your head like I do. 12 goes into 25 2 whole times. That gives me my whole number, and that is 24. And I'm going to subtract. My remainder becomes my numerator, and I keep my denominator the same. So I have 2 and 1/12. So when we do decimals, we rewrite the problem vertically. We line up all the decimals and fill in our placeholders. Placeholders are just better known as zeros. That's an S. Messy, messy. So we're going to subtract. So I'm going to write 870 decimal 45. I'm going to subtract 96 decimal 38. We do not need any placeholders here because they are all the same. We do need to do some math magic, otherwise known as borrowing. So I have 15 minus 8 is 7. Can I do 3 minus 3? Absolutely. That's a 0. Bring down that decimal point. Can I subtract 6 from 0? No, I cannot. A little math magic going on. We're going to borrow. 10 minus 6 is 4. I cannot subtract 9 from 6, so more math magic. Borrow. 16 minus 9 is 7. And bring down our 7. So my answer is 774 and 7/100ths. When subtracting, we will use the additive inverse to add the opposite. Additive inverse. Then follow the rules for adding integers. So let's take a look. Rewrite the problem to add the opposite and then follow the rules for adding rational numbers. So, decimals. I'm going to work on we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to add the opposite. So I'm going to change this to addition and change this to subtraction. So now I have positive 4.5 plus a negative 6.3, which is bigger. Remember, these are opposite. And then we're going to subtract because they're not the same sign. So I'm going to put that negative 6.3 on top, the 4.5 on bottom, and I am adding the opposite. So I'm subtracting. And I'm going to do some math magic and borrow. 13 minus 5 is 8. 1. My sign of the bigger is negative, so I have negative 1.8. Rewrite this. I have negative 2.5 plus a negative 1.6. These are the same sign, so I am going to add them. So I have negative 2.9 plus negative 1.6. We're going to add, carry, all that good stuff, and keep the sign. Okay, I'm going to work on these down here. This is 2.5 plus 6.5. Remember that a negative times a negative is a positive. So these are all the same. So I line them up and add them vertically. 0 carrying my 1. I have 9.0. Positive sign. This is a positive. So I have 8.2 plus 1.9. Add them up. 1 carried. And have positive 10.1. This one becomes a positive, but this one, when I rewrite it, the signs are, oh wow, that looks so messy. Sorry, guys. 7.4. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this like this, bigger number on top, so I know my answer is going to be negative, and I need to do some math magic and borrow. 8 minus 7 is 1, and there's our answer. So I'm going to leave these for you to try. I will give you the answers in class tomorrow, and you can see how you did. Okay, so now we are going to do the same thing with like and unlike denominators with fractions. So the process for the fractions are the same. It just requires more steps. Remember, like denominators, that's the great one because we're not changing anything. We're going to add the opposite. Wow. Yeah, I can write, guys. I really can. Opposite. And then follow the rules for adding integers. So we're going to do the same thing here. And I have 3/5 plus -4/5. Now, my -4 is bigger, so I want to rewrite it like this because now I can subtract. 4 minus 3 is 1, and it's a -1, and I keep my denominator. -5/6 plus -1/6, they are the same. Same sign, so I'm going to add, and I get -6/6. This becomes a -1 because 6 divided by 6 is 1, and you keep your negative sign. Okay, Texas method on this one, I have -3/4 plus a minus. 1 times 4 is 4 plus 1 is 5/4. Same sign, go ahead and solve that. These have the same denominator, Texas method. Okay, I'm going to rewrite these at the bottom for you, and I would like for you to try these. Oops, 12ths plus 1/12. Or remember, adding 4 9s. Okay, so same sign you're going to add, opposite signs you're going to subtract. If you can simplify, hey, it's a bonus point. Bonus points mean something. Okay, finally, we're going to be using the unlike denominator. So the first thing we have to do is find the common denominator. You need your multiplication charts out for this. You're going to rewrite to add the opposite, then follow the rules for adding. So when we're going here, we're going to start in that 3 column. We're going to go down the chart, and we do notice that 6 is there. What do I multiply 3 by to get to 6? Hopefully you're saying 2, 3 times 2, whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So I have -1/6 minus, 4/6, which is actually plus a minus. These are now the same sign. So what do you need to do with them? You need to add them. Keep your sign, you get -5/6. Okay, come down your 4's column. What do you find out? Is 8 in your 4's column? Absolutely. What do you have to multiply by? 2. So I have 5/8 minus 6/8. So plus a minus. Same or different? They're different, so you need to subtract. I'm going to let you finish that problem. This one right here, we change it to addition because a negative times a negative is a positive. This is Texas method. Wow, they're just throwing everything all in one. 1 times 3 is 3, plus 2 is 5. So 5/3. Go down that 3 column, find the matching number. Okay, this one I'm just going to rewrite. I want to see if you can do the entire problem by yourself. You're going to summarize with 2 to 3 sentences. Today we learned about, I found out with decimals, I found out with fractions. That's all I need from you guys. I'll see you in class tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful evening.